combining transformations. We're going to look at putting some reflections and horizontal and vertical stretches together along with the translations of moving a graph up, down versus left and right. So if we look at our equation here, the number, the a value up front is -2. The negative sign is going to tell me that there is a reflection over the x-axis, which means I'll be multiplying my y-coordinates by -1. This 2 tells me there is a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. The b value is 1/2. Remember, we look at the reciprocal of the b value, so there's going to be a horizontal stretch by a factor of 2. X minus 3 means I'm going to go right 3 afterwards, and -1 here is down 1. We need to apply these stretches and reflections first because we're multiplying, and with the order of operations we need to do that before we move the graph. So I'm going to use mapping notation. Okay, the x value is multiplied by 2, so I'm going to use a 2x here when I change the x values. A value is -2, so I'm multiplying the y by -2y. So let's rewrite our coordinates. If we double all of the first coordinates, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, and then we're going to multiply all the y coordinates by -2. Alright, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to plot those points because then I can just count right 3 down 1. I do also have the option, especially with these numbers, of just adding 3 to move it right and subtracting 1 to move it down, but I usually find it easier just to plot that, then I can check to make sure things are looking well in terms of reflections and stretches first. So I'm going to plot that -10, -4, -8, -8, -2, -8, 2, -6, and 6, and -6. Okay, so this is my final answer, but I like to just visualize what I have so far. So it makes sense that I can clearly see a reflection of the x-axis. This has flipped over the x-axis. Okay, the range has doubled, and the domain has doubled, and so has the range. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take each point and move it right 3. So right 3, down 1. So take each point right 3, down 1, right 3, down 1, right 3, down 1, and continue that for each of those points. 1, 2, 3, down 1. Okay, then when I connect that, I have my final answer here. Now I can choose to erase my first graph, since that is not my final answer, which is always a good option to do, which is why I use pencil. If I choose to leave it there, then I need to label accordingly. This is my answer of g of x. This part, if I was labeling what was in pencil, okay, what we had done was we had done the -2 f of 1/2 x part of the graph. So we could label it as the stretches and reflections if we choose, or we can erase it and only have our final answer.